Hi guys, after a long time I'm back with new videos. As you can see, I have finally moved to new apartment and can start with new reviews. For today I have prepared Nikon D5500 DSLR. This is a model that sits somewhere in the middle of the range. It is more advanced than the entry-level 3000 series, but still it is quite small and very easy to use even for amateur users. I have it on the review with this stabilized 18 to 55mm kit lens. You can also buy it as a body only or with the 18 to 140mm zoom lens. Compared to the previous D5300, there are only several upgrades. Now it has touch screen, grip is slimmer and deeper, and there is a longer battery life. GPS receiver is now removed, but Wi-Fi is still inside. Build quality is quite good. I like the feel of the plastic used. It's far from the cheapest one. Also, grip and the thumb rest are covered with rubber, very important for secure grip. The grip itself is not very big, but is significantly more protruded than on previous D5300. You can see how deep my fingers go around it, so altogether D5500 feels excellent in hand. External controls are not that numerous. Only direct buttons are the one for drive mode and assignable FM button, which is used for ISO. Everything else must be set via quick or main menu system. Quick menu has all the often used settings and is easiest to use via touch interface, so it's pretty clear this camera is made with amateurs in mind. Main menu is as seen on other Nikon DSLRs, a lot of options distributed through vertical tabs and color-coded. You'll need some time to discover all of the options if you never owned a Nikon before. LCD has 3 inches diagonal, 1 million dots and is fully articulated. Viewing quality and angles are pretty much perfect. It also has touch capability, what comes handy for playback. Optical finder is okay, bright and average in size. It can display a grid useful for architecture or landscape. There is a proximity sensor above the viewfinder, useful for automatically turning off the display when you put your camera to your eye. Great feature to preserve battery life. Battery life is quite high. Up to 700 or 800 shots when using optical finder and half of that if using live view often. This is the battery charger, it plugs in straight to the wall. Charging completely empty battery takes around 2.5 hours. On the bottom, tripod mount has enough distance from battery compartment. You can change it without removing the tripod plate, as is the case for memory card slot, which is on the right side of the camera. On the right side there is the mini HDMI output and on the left USB, 3.5mm input for microphone and the connector for wired remote. USB is not of the standard kind. It's neither the mini or micro, you need a special Nikon cable. Yes, you get it in the retail package, but Nikon, come on, this is 2015. Why the proprietary connector? At least they understand the Wi-Fi is a must-have today, so the D5500 has it built in. AF system has 39 focusing points, which cover a good part of the frame. If that is too much, you can use only 11. That way it is faster to change them. Autofocus is quite fast and accurate. I had no problem using it. Live view autofocus is average. Mirrorless cameras like Olympus, Sony and Panasonic still focus much faster in live view. Thanks to the touch interface, it is easy to select where you want the focus point, and there is the touch shutter option, which when enabled takes a shot at the same time it focuses. Continuous shooting is available at 5 frames per second and the buffer is big enough for around 30 JPEG files at 24 megapixels. Interestingly, when in RAW mode, it fires at slower speed and can handle only around 6 photos in a row before slowing down. Sensor is of APS-C size, that's 23 x 15mm. It has 24 megapixels, what is more than enough for all practical applications. It also has optical low-pass filter removed, what can result in sharper images. Image quality is one of the best on the market. By default, JPEG files are rather neutral, but you can tweak them with the in-camera settings. I recommend using RAW file format and post-process them, as this is when you will actually realize how good this camera and sensor are. Colors are excellent, as is the case with dynamic range, but most of everything I was blown away how much you can lift shadows and still get more than usable shots. Take a look at these examples. I purposely took a few shots that are way too underexposed and lifted exposure by 5 stops. This is excellent performance. Here's a comparison with Canon 6D that is twice more expensive and has bigger full-frame sensor. Nikon D5500 still looks way better. Truly impressive result. Low light is also good, but not in the full frame league. I would use this Nikon up to ISO 3200 on regular basis and maybe 6400 if I really must, but that's it. In this scenario, full frame is still the king. Video recording is available at Full HD and 60 or 50 frames per second, depending if you use PAL or NTSC. You can also select 30 or 25 frames per second as well as 24p. D5500 lets you select sensitivity of the built-in stereo microphone, and there is an input for external one. Also, you get the full manual controls in movie mode. There is still a famous Nikon bug in live view. Once you enter it, you cannot change aperture for video. You need to exit live view, change aperture and engage live view again. Also, if you zoom with the variable aperture lens in live view, like this 18-55 kit lens, the camera will change aperture even in manual mode when you zoom in or zoom out. This problem occurs only for manual video setting. When you disable it, the problem disappears. Video quality is first grade. Really detailed, no more effect, nice neutral colors that can be easily tweaked in camera or in post-process. I'm really happy with what I'm seeing. This could be a great DSLR for video recordings once you get used to that awkward live view mode. 60 frames per second recording also makes videos look really smooth. Great job, Nikon. Low light videos are also good. At ISO 1600 I can't notice any noise, but at ISO 3200 noise becomes visible, and that's the highest I would go myself. Here's ISO 6400 and also 12800 just to show you how it looks like. Autofocus during video is not that great. It is not smooth or fast, and built-in microphone catches the sound of the motor in the kit lens. For conclusion, I can say Nikon D5500 is quite a capable camera. I liked image quality and video quality the most. The ability to lift shadows is amazing, even better than some more expensive full-frame cameras, and because of that I can recommend the Nikon D5500 for landscape shooters. High dynamic range scenes won't be a problem at all. Video is also great looking and has full manual control, touch and tilt LCD, 60p recording at Full HD and microphone input. What more could you ask for? Well, if Nikon solved some firmware bugs like aperture issue in movie mode, it would be perfect. Handling is also excellent due to deep grip, but the overall camera size is still quite small. From external controls point of view, D5500 is not that ideal. You get only two direct buttons and direct focus point selector, but that's all. Everything else must be configured via menu system, so this camera is still best for users who mostly shoot in automatic mode. That's all for this review. Press like on this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and of course drop me a comment if you have a question about this camera or any other. Thanks for watching.